Hello friends, myself Kakasai Jadhav from PRAC Vidya Mandir Aurangabad. Today we are going to study the new chapter of 8th standard, and the name of the chapter is Parallel Lines and Transversal. Parallel lines and transversals. Students, first of all, the question is that what do you mean by the parallel lines? Parallel lines means, suppose here lineal and lineum are two lines. These are the two lines. When we extend them to both the sides, then what happens? If they meet to each other or intersect to each other, obviously no. So, such type of lines are known as the parallel lines. If the lines which lie in the same plane, plane means a flat surface, lie in the same plane and do not intersect each other are known as the parallel lines. The lines which lie in the same plane and do not intersect to each other, such lines are known as parallel lines. Okay? Symbolically, this is written as line L parallel to line M. This is the symbol of parallel. Line L parallel to line M. Okay? Line L is parallel to line M. Now, the transversal. Transversal means if a line intersects two or more lines in two or more distinct points, then that line is known as the transversal of the given lines. Suppose here, this is line N and this another line N. The third one line L which intersect this line M at point A and to the line N at point B. So, this line L is known as the transversal of lines M and N. Okay? What is transversal? The line which intersects two or more lines into two or more distinct points, then that line is known as the transversal of the given lines. In this figure, line L is a transversal of line M and N. Now, when this transversal intersect to these two lines, then some angles were formed. And those angles are divided into three parts. Angles made by transversal. Here, this AT is a transversal to the line PQ and Arius. This line AT intersect to the line PQ at point M and to line Arius at point M. Then the angles are divided into three categories. The first one is that the corresponding angles. First type is corresponding angles. So what is corresponding angles? If the arm on the transversal of a pair of angles in the same direction, this is the transversal, and the arms of the pair of angles on the transversal are in same direction, and the remaining arms of the angles lie on the same side of the transversal. Means here AT is a transversal we have to consider this angle AMQ. The arm of this angle on the transversal is AM on the transversal. Similarly, which is another angle whose arm on the transversal is in the same direction? This is the same direction. So this angle and the other sides of the angles are on the same side. Means angle AMQ and angle MNS. The arms on this transversal are in same direction and remaining arms on the same side of the transversal. Hence, this one angle, the name of this angle is AMQ, and this one angle M and S are corresponding angles. In this way, there are 4 pairs of corresponding angles. This is the first pair. This is second pair, angle QMN, angle QMN, and angle SNT. This is the second pair. Third pair is angle AMP and angle MNR. This is the third pair, and fourth last. Angle PMN means angle PMN, this angle, and angle RNT, this angle. These angles are the corresponding angles. There are 4 pairs of corresponding angles. Now the second type, that is interior angles. Interior angles. The angles lie on the same side of the transversal and in between the 2 lines. Inside the lines and on the same side. Means, now this angle and this angle, these are the 2 angles who lie on the same side of the transversal and inside of the 2 lines. So this is the pair of interior angles. Which are those? Angle QMN and angle SNM are the interior angles, and this is the first pair. Second pair is on the opposite side of the transversal. Obviously, this one angle, this angle, and this one angle. Angle PMN and angle MNR. This is the second pair of interior angles. So friends, there are 2 pairs of interior angles. Now we take the third type, and the third type is the alternate angles. And alternate angles, for that we take the figure. Suppose these are the 2 lines and this is their transversal. AT is a transversal of 2 lines. Which lines are those? PQ and RS. This AT intersect PQ at point M and to the line RS at point N. Then the alternate angles. Alternate angles means if the arms on the transversal of a pair of angles are in opposite direction and the remaining arms are on the opposite side of the transversal. Okay, so friends, there are again two subtypes in the alternate angles, that is interior alternate angle. Interior means inside the two lines, in between the two lines, that is there one arm on the transversal are in opposite direction. The arm of this, suppose consider this PMN. So this is PMN. Arm on the transversal in the downward direction and remaining arm to the side of the transversal, and this one angle. The arm on the transversal in upward direction and remaining arm on the opposite side of the transversal. See this. PMN. PMN and MNS. These are the interior alternate angles. This is the first pair of interior alternate angles, and the another one is QMN, means this one angle, and MNR, this one angle. This is and this is. This is the another pair. So friends, there are two pairs of interior alternate angles. Similarly, the second type is, that is exterior alternate angles. When we consider this angle AMP and angle SNT, this angle and this angle are exterior alternate angles. Second pair is, suppose this is an angle AMQ and this one angle, that is RNT. AMQ, RNT. See this angle AMQ and RNT. In this way, now we take the practice set 2.1. The first example. In the adjoining figure, each angle is shown by a letter. Fill in the boxes with the help of figure. Each angle is shown by the letter, and from this fill in the blanks or fill the boxes. The first one is corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. The first angle P. Which is the corresponding angle of angle P? This is angle P. And the corresponding angle of angle P is angle W. So here we write angle W. Second angle Q, to the opposite, the other side of the transversal, that is angle Q, and its corresponding angle is obviously X. So angle Q and angle X are corresponding angles. Second one, angle R. Corresponding angle of R is angle Y. Now angle S. Corresponding angle of angle S is angle Z. Then second part, interior alternate angles. Interior means in between the two lines, and alternate means lie on the opposite side of the transversal. The first is angle S and angle X. Angle W, its alternate angle is R. Angle R. Angle S, angle X. Angle W, angle R. These are the interior alternate angles. Now, question number 2. Observe the angles shown in the figure and write the following pairs of angles. The first pair is interior alternate angles. Here, this one's line and this is another, and this is the transversal. So, interior alternate angles. Interior alternate. Interior means in between the two lines, and alternate means to the opposite side of the transversal. Okay, this one and this one. Means this is the one pair and this one is another pair. So angle B and angle EH. Angle B and angle EH. Second pair, angle C and angle E. Now corresponding angles. Corresponding means if a pair of angles arms are lie on the same direction on the transversal, remaining arms of the two angles are lie on the same side of the transversal, means we take the angle A, corresponding angle of angle A is angle E. Means first pair is angle A and angle E. Second pair, angle B and angle F. Angle B and angle F. Third pair, angle D and angle H. Angle D and angle H. And last pair is C and G. Angle C and angle G. Interior angles. Interior angles means the angles in between two lines and on the same side of the transversal, means angle B and angle E, angle B and angle E, angle C and angle H, angle C and angle H. In this way, practice set 2.1 is complete. Now the properties of angles formed by two parallel lines and a transversal. Two parallel lines are PQ and RS, and AB is their transversal. In the first point, we studied that the types of angles, that is, first type is corresponding angles. So the property of corresponding angles. Property of corresponding angles. Each pair of corresponding angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal are congruent. Means corresponding angles formed by the transversal with these two parallel lines are congruent. Okay, so which are the corresponding angles here? So we consider this first. Angle AMQ, congruent angle MNS. MNS. Second pair, suppose this is angle QMN, corresponding angle SNB. Angle QMN, congruent angle SNB. Third pair, Suppose this is angle AMP. Angle AMP. Congruent angle, its corresponding angle. This is angle MNR. MNR. Now take this angle PMN. Angle PMN. Its congruent angle RNB. So the corresponding angles formed by the two parallel lines and their transversal are congruent. Then the property of alternate angles. Alternate angles, there are two types of alternate angles, interior alternate angle and exterior alternate angle. So first we take the interior alternate angle pairs. The angle QMN. Angle QMN congruent with angle QMN. This angle, its alternate angle is interior alternate angle, that is MNR. This angle MNR. Then second pair of alternate angle is angle PMN. This angle congruent with MENS. Angle PMN congruent angle MNS. Now exterior alternate. This angle AMP. Angle AMP congruent angle SNB. This one and this one are exterior alternate. SNB. Second pair of exterior alternate AMQ. Angle AMQ congruent angle RNB. Okay. Now the property of interior angles. Each pair of interior angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal is of supplementary angles. Supplementary means sum of the two angles is 180 degree. Which are the interior angles? We take the QMN plus MENS. This one angle plus this one angle, the sum of these two angles is 180, means are supplementary. Okay. Now the second pair PMN. Angle PMN means this one angle and MENR. These two angles are supplementary, means PMN plus MENR equals to 180 degree. These are the properties of angles formed by two parallel lines and a transversal. PQ and RS are parallel lines and AB is their transversal. Okay.